Alright, so last time we finished the main story, and so what we're going to do is explore what's called the Cut, which is going to bring us to the Frozen Wilds, which is Bannock territory. And I believe we have to go up for that. And this is a very ironic time to be going here, because the Bannock are live in a very cold area, and it has been nothing but ice all day here. It has been very cold today.
Should have brought a cart.
Yeah, I'm still overloaded on my inventory.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the Cut. The Bannock have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Bannock shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Bannock is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
He sure is, isn't he? Ironic for somebody who's so adamant about making me do things that, I don't necessarily want to do. Yep. It's already starting.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Demon Scorcher. Scorcher, a very agile and dangerous combat machine with fire-augmented melee attacks and a mounted mine launcher for ranged engagement. Alright. What do we think that looks like? I'm kind of on the... I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence with this one. To me, I'm almost veering towards like a really big hyena, but I'm not really sure. I don't know if I have to fight it or not. Oh, I guess I gotta go that way. I don't really want to fight that. To me, it kind of looks like a hyena, in a way. It's definitely got a cat-like appearance. They call it a Demon Scorcher, so it's not just a Scorcher. And the cables coming out of it, or whatever those are, aren't the red ones we're used to. The red ones for the corruption. These appear to be a little different. He looks very angry. Sneak on past. Could also be some other kind of like a dog or something, but it's definitely big time like carnivore. Like carnivore, not a meat eater. A true carnivore. I hear a goat.
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
What's the opposite of warm, but okay.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Friendly group, aren't they? That's really cool.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Song's edge, hey? Nice shot.
Ourea's been gone a long time, but she will return. I must believe she will return.
May the songs of the lost echo eternal.
Let's see. This way, I think.
Must be something big going on.
Your songs
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
May Ourea find whatever wisdom she's looking for.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
A daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Ourea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Ourea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Ourea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Ourea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Ourea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Ourea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Ourea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
You backpedaled quick there.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Ourea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I kind of like this guy.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Ourea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested.
Yes.
Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Ourea or Thunderstrom. Might be worth a shot.
Okay.
Sure, the Oseram act tough, but send them to the cut, and most of them don't last a week.
Let's hope this isn't a fetch quest. We don't want any of those.
Silenced by rising waters.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laulai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, till it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place, and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Were not so long ago. They are not easily forgiven.
No.
Okay, we want to talk to Aratak. Is that what they call them? If I remember, this guy does not like me. And I think he's actually a pretty important character in this, though. Oh, there's another blip.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
I just want to say before we talk to him, I absolutely love the idea behind these people. The clothing they wear, I think, is really cool. Like the paint and the color that they put into it, and on top of it, how they wear the machine parts and they thread the cables through their skin, which is really kind of disturbing. But I just kind of love the overall difference between them and like every other tribe you come across. All right.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
Ourea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Okay, he's not as bad as I thought he was. That's not the end of him, though, I know that. I think the other person's probably down this way.
I wondered when I'd see you again.
I don't know if I'm going to do all the side quests, but I'll at least pick them up while I'm here.
I want to learn more about how this Daemon affects the machines. I've got to find Ourea. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, that's really cool. So I think, if I remember, I believe there's documents around here that kind of make it sound like we're in, probably close to where I live.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear, I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
He would recognize the spear because the spear belongs to Silence, or used to. Alright. Do you see what I see? There's a Tallneck on the map. So let's make our way to find Naltuk.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will stay shut.
I know that feeling. So today we went, I went outside with the physics class. It was supposed to be nice today. because they were doing like projectile launches for class, and it's pretty cool. They all kind of built different projectile launchers. There's the Tallneck. But you know, we weren't expecting it to be as cold as it was today, and it's like, well, you know, we can tough it out. It's not too bad yet. It's only like
Outlanders.
it's
Large
just
Outlanders.
it's just dipping below the freezing point here. So still, well, I guess dipping below in Celsius is kind of extreme. But.
Thinking letting Durban live.
I think it was like, I'm not good with Fahrenheit. I think it was like -6 Celsius there.
Never know when I might need these.
Or earlier it was. It's probably colder now.
Bergren said Ourea's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far.
Okay. I want to do the Tallneck. I don't know if I can just walk up to it and do it. And there's Glintox in the way. You know what? We're going to do this first. So I don't know what that would come out to in Fahrenheit. That's probably like, I want to say high 20s or something like that. Just a base estimate. I could do the math, but I'm not in my head. This is a pretty place.
That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Interesting.
Control tower. Repairs and provides shock resistance to hostile machines. Stuns overridden machines.
Maybe I could override it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it knocks out my armor too.
Naltuk? Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Ourea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines?
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need?
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
You'd be surprised, my friend.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
Okay. Before we do that, I want to take a quick bathroom break. And I'll be right back. Dang. I'm tired. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's get to it. So, the control towers are definitely new. And they've taken away, basically, they're taking away two of my best abilities here.
We can kill the machines. What about the tower?
See, there goes my armor.
Destroy it. Or override it. Spotted.
Crap.
Could override it.
What are we supposed to do? Definitely more aggressive. Uh-oh. Did I get hit by something? I did. They ran away. So they don't want to get away from the tower, apparently. Off the edge. Yeah. The jig is already up on my end now. Come on. Come on, really? I believe the tactic that you're supposed to use is to override the power first, but... He's sure taking a lot of hits. I don't know if he's like regaining... I don't think he's regaining health per se.
The pulse gives them energy.
Yeah, I
Repairs
know.
them.
Oh, repairs them? Crap. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lose him. Try the formal way. I'm pretty sure he just happened to spot me, that's why... Or, no, that's right, I did shoot first, didn't I?
Here we go again. Right on target.
Now you're gonna drop? Going down. Who's left? Tower is inactive now.
So the tower helps nearby machines, but it can be overridden.
Okay, where is he? Did he move over here? Or is it just telling me to go around? Yeah, it's just telling me to go around. Okay, note to self, check out tower first. I feel like I already knew that, but...
We should speak.
I'm coming, dude. Chill.
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Ourea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
Sorry for the extra noise. I wanted to turn my fan on. It's getting kind of warm in here. Again, ironic.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
I think blue gleam is just the frozen, like, biocomponents, the liquid portion of it.
Bergren told me you're Ourea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Ourea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Ourea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Ourea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Ourea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her... I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Okay. I kind of want to check out the Tallneck. Where is it over? It's over there. I don't know if we need to trigger the Tallneck as a quest or if we can just walk over to it. This is really pretty. I think I'm going to try to walk over to it and see if I can do something with it.
Tallneck? What did it take to knock one of those over? They're built to last.
Oh. Crap. Crap. if I can... It's a lot of machines to fight. Okay.
Encased in ice. Found a long time ago. Started.
Crap. Oh. Uh-oh. I may have messed up there. Crap. Definitely not hitting anything here. I don't think I can override machines at all here, from the way it looks. You mind?
Ha! Get another hit in.
Didn't like that here. Might need to do... Let's try this. That actually made short work of him, didn't it? Need to use these more often. Oh, come on. Okay. Alright. Alright. There you are.
Now's my chance.
I have to marvel at this. I've always hated these things. They're so freaking annoying. Apparently they're a lot easier when you just take them from afar. Alright. those distance arrows showed you a number on them. Uh-oh, more machines. That was just the one.
They're scanning for me.
Yeah, I know.
That's the last of the scavengers. Should scan the Tallneck. See how deep the damage goes. Can my focus show me anything?
Yeah, so I'll look at that. We got more machines here to worry about.
Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get at what's inside its head.
Okay. How far apart are these? This mostly through the closest. We all knew I was going to do the Tallneck. So it's not a surprise here, right? Probably gotta go up. Crap.
Not much gets past them.
Crap. I'm taking from the distance. Go to the others. Let's make them work for it. Cool. Oh, that did not work out in my favor. Okay. Round 2. I think drawing them off the mountain is probably going to be the best way to do this. You kidding me? Well.
Uh-oh, spotted.
Well, I might as well do that one then.
I'll find a use for you.
Okay.
Part seems intact. Tallnecks are built tough.
But they are. Can I sneak up on him? Snicky snick? Well, then I'm over here. Might as well follow this.
Couldn't let you call for help.
Very nice. Wait, what's this one? Down, down, down. Okay. Is this one that just goes back up to the cliff or something? I feel like there's a very roundabout way of going. Let's see, how do I get down? Ooh.
Red light.
Oh! Oh! New machine! Bad! Oh! Oh man, I am screwed. What's your weakness? Oh no, this is not good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This thing's a wrecking ball. Crap. I need to get away from that thing. Wait, he ran off? He's trying to screw with me, isn't he? Okay, well.
I dropped it!
Hurt, isn't he? Oh. Okay. Dang.
something.
Wait. That's what I think I saw. Are you kidding me? I've been missing out on Blaze because I haven't been getting rid of the crap. Okay, what can I ditch? Metal burn. I really need to sell crap. Look, you know, we don't need all this Ridgewood. It's the stuff I'm always short in, I mean. I'd rather keep all the crafting supplies, sell all the rest. I just most of the time I just don't care enough to do it. Okay, so where is it? Is it on him? Or is it on the trapper? Or... That was a cool encounter, I have to say. Those new machines in this are just a little extra. Do you mind? You're down. Stop it. Oh, it's there.
It's one of the Tallneck's parts. It's heavy.
Alright, last one. It's the Glintox on the hill, I do believe. Uh-oh. Is there a way I can get up here without warning them that I'm here? You know. I think the figure's that. This works, I guess. Dead? Okay. That wasn't as bad.
This Tallneck part's still in one piece.
Okay. Let's go save the big boy. Oh, there he is. So where do I climb?
Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, if I'm right, I just need to get the power flowing through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. Jolt should wake you up. Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy.
Right.
No way I'll be able to take a machine that big down.
I don't think I'm gonna make it in time.
I should be able to jump onto the Tallneck from here.
I could wait for him to circle around. I don't know how big his spread is. I can try it this one. I don't think I'm gonna make that in time though.
Damn.
Not too. Let's see, where's your path take here? Going this way? Oh. Whoa, he went way the heck up there. Like, way the heck up there. Alright, you know what? Let's just go back. Let's just go back.
Do everything quickly.
You're so pretty. I love Tallneck.
I think there's frost between my teeth. Okay, time to climb up to its head.
Alright. Yep. Alright. Let's see. Find a safe spot. Safe spot, and I might as well move forward on this too. I want to check where that flooded zone is. Of course, this will probably take me right to it, so maybe I don't need to check. Is that a squirrel? That must be specific to the frozen wilds. I think that's a wolverine, I want to say. Oh, badger. Okay, so we're back on track here. That's the tower I shut down earlier. That might be the place.
I'll tuck that away.
That's what she said. I think this is it. The place that's
This must be
flooded.
the ruin Laolai was talking about. Deep Din. Flooded too, like she said.
Is that fire nearby? Maybe there's one over here. I could swear there's a campfire around here somewhere. I think that might be it.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Let's check out this waterlogged area.
Snap moss.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Probably came
thinking.
from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough.
Oh. Ooh. Get away from him. I don't want to deal with this nut log. I'm looking over here, right? You saw nothing. Looking. So am I going this way then? Yeah, that's what I said. Give me a second here. Give me a sec. I got a message. Right, so we're following the river upstream, the source. I don't know if there's actually a path, it's probably over there, but... If I remember, I thought this was kind of an interesting side story. And we'll move on to the main story again. I believe that's the location. Most painless way to get there. And I see a control tower on the map.
There. That must be where the water's coming from.
Yep.
Looks like something the old ones built. Brew that up later.
Great catch.
Well, somebody wanted in.
Mm-hmm.
Really blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the Din? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
I see a person back there.
It's okay. Like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. Yes, you know, so.
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen?
It looks like we're missing a dial
Another
here.
holographic interface. There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in. That Ourea must have forced his way through here.
I've become trapped somehow! I'll buy the floor, don't please to hear another person stomping about in here.
Are you alright?
I think I remember this guy.
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. The forge gone cold. But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to...
Flood.
Flood.
Just
So I
a
pushed
cat.
the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me.
You know what that means.
And thusly do we come to the present moment.
We're gonna have to drain the place to get the ring.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones. But one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mum brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Excuse me.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well,
Yes. Yes, you did.
I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
We gotta drain the place.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gildan. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
So I'm kind of wondering if this is like a dam or something like that, based on the way it's designed.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Look over there across.
You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the clan. Stone ruin, wild hole, lake wide. Some
Yeah, a tub of stagnant water. Charming.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
I like the fact that he talks
One
to you
gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate!
while you're not even in the room. That's totally something I would do.
A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
I totally jumped on his head. I did not mean to do that.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Looks like I could jump across on that rickety western platform. Right on the way up.
Somehow that doesn't look very, nice. That's not good. Let's see. I don't think I can make that jump. I'm just putting that out there. What was the little... I had a little prompt. Is it like... What was that? Drop down the ledge. Okay, maybe don't do that. Okay. If I run back and forth, will it rock this at all, or... I don't know, I really don't feel like I should try jumping that. I guess if I can make it that far.
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah. Thanks. Such disregard for personal safety.
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap.
Alright.
Ah, you're right above me.
Oh,
Just send that ladder on down.
That's it.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Could be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
If it's set up the same way on this side, I should look for an access tunnel.
Check over here.
This is my sort of delve. Found over the problem
It's kind of a cool place.
Uh-huh, Gildan.
That's like the mom comment, right? That was like morals.
Okay, Gildan, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Like that?
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again. Hang on, okay? I've got a plan. I need to get up higher. Could climb up that wreckage. That's pretty much what I do now. Jump straight to the counterweight from here.
No.
I could climb higher, get above it.
Yeah, we could do that.
The drop's too far, bro!
Going down.
You a little too far there? Maybe not.
Almost low enough to jump.
You can make it! Let's see another one of those mad leaps!
I didn't do that.
Got it. We're good to go.
You saw nothing.
Sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Can I get it from here? Oh, crap.
We'll find out after I've killed it. now, but not out of It's dead.
No. You can flood this, or flood. You can drain the rest of this place, I know, but I think I'm just gonna skip that part.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils. Ooh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Do we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do. Fervently. But, well, I got time
We drained
to poke
enough
my nose
water
in
for
if
what
you
we
do.
need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here.
I'll check it out.
Perhaps my focus can help me. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
Oh, that pipe's broken. Okay. I have no idea how to do this. This could require some thought.
That's not quite right.
Where am I trying to get it to?
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
There, that should do it. I should head back. See if that took care of the rest of the water.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
Ugh, it stinks down here.
You smell that? Ugh, smells like a forge-side morning in the claim.
It wasn't pleasant I would take that to me.
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room... I I can't wait, I can't wait! Almost there! Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand. Just like Mom and I used to.
Alright. What's the door code is the question.
The lock positions. Helpful.
Left, up, down, up, right.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that.
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down.
Where is it? Where did it go?
Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great blazing forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
Okay. He's so excited.
Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge. You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that.
I like Gilden. Alright. I can't remember exactly how to flood the rest of it, but I want to see you go down to do that. I'm not too worried about it though.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Laolai's already at the Din.
Yeah, I almost forgot why we were doing that to begin with. Ooh. The great horned owl or great gray owl? Cool either way.
I could forget what warmth feels like out here.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. As I'm sitting here with a fan on while it's like negative something outside. Negative Celsius, we're still in the positives in Fahrenheit. So it's -6 at the earlier when I checked. Not sure what it's at right now.
Sound's getting louder.
But it is.
She wasn't kidding about the sound.
But that snap mouse. I don't particularly want to fight snap mouse. Can I get down there and enter without them noticing? Let's try. Oh! Dang. Oh. Something.
You look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
All right. That is a cool sound.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Alright, let's try to get out of here.
Must be the entrance to this den.
Let's try to run for it. Run, goat, run. Alright. Let's get out of here. Up we go. At the mountain. Alright. Well past 9 my time. I think I'll push on with this part.
I'm pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about. Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions. Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave. What's this chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. Yep, focus can pick up the chimes. Should help me find my way. Another marker. Good. Okay, that way then.
I know that sound.
Not this way. But then,
What's
where?
Shaman?
Oh. I see. Up.
Gotcha. The chime pointed this way. Or the wind thing. The chime, sorry. That sounds like a Scorcher.
Stalkers. Better be careful.
Stalkers. I could swear I heard a Scorcher.
Through here.
Nope, that was a stalker. Shit. I have to fight them.
On we go. Hopefully out of this cave.
Oh. Crap. Oh my god, he killed me right away. Alright. Okay. Those might actually be resistant to electricity. I was just thinking about that. I'm stuck. Yeah, they like electricity. Let's see. No. Ooh. Oh, I made a whoopsie. I made a whoopsie. Well, is this the way out? Did I do it good?
Done with the cave.
Okay.
So what's next on this path?
I just softened him up for whoever else comes along. Are these markers really necessary? I guess it says ritualistic, so... Like, the lights doesn't really need to be pointed to tell us which direction it's pointing us in. If that makes sense, it's... At least from what I can tell.
How does this bridge work?
Looks like it's getting weighted down by the water. It looks like one of those Japanese, whatchamits. Oh, so I think they have those in Japan. Little water thingies. I can't remember what those are for.
Now how do I cross this one?
Good question.
Down it is. Down, then up.
I'll find out.
There's the way up. I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Is there an easy way back over there?
Made it.
The reason I say Japanese is because I think I remember them being in Kill Bill.
Okay, heading for more waterfalls.
Which probably took place in Japan. I don't know if they actually filmed it in Japan or not, though. Yeah, this way. Okay, now the light's actually helping.
I can't feel my...
You got this. Uh-oh.
Bergen wasn't exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's friendly.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. Definitely not friendly. Nope. If I'm recalling, that was one of the harder monsters. Harder machines in the game. Crap.
Shield's overloaded.
Gee, I wonder which way that's gonna point.
It's pointing right towards those machine helmets. Trouble reaching that tower to override it.
Frostclaw. Okay. A huge acquisition machine that circulates cryogenic fluids for its attacks and defensive capabilities. Despite its size, it is quick and deadly. Which I'm going to say that's very clearly a bear. How do I get to that and not die?
Gotta get rid of that tower.
Yeah. Is there a way up there? Can I override it? Oh, crap.
Big boy.
I don't think I can do this if I don't take up the tower.
Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me.
Sure can. Dang.
Scary new machine down.
So if you've ever
Now back to finding Ourea.
If you've ever dealt with bears before,
Gotta climb.
which I have, it's definitely what they're like. I mean, body motion and everything. I'm used to black bears, they're not aggressive.
No space.
I mean, they could destroy you if they wanted to, but most of the time they're pretty much want to keep themselves. Really don't like being around people. I mean, who can blame them? I don't want to be around people either. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind being around people. But, you know, there's such thing as too much being around people. So I would pick the wrong occupation if I didn't like being around people. And I do love what I do. Alright. Okay, how am I supposed to get up there? I see. Must be a mountain.
This must be the shrine Naltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some blue gleam. Sparkles. Can see why it's worth a lot. Naltuk said Ourea went past the shrine, up into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs. An ancient door. Maybe Ourea's inside.
Something tells me she is, given the name of the place.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair, oh boy, I should just go to bed.
It's another bunker.
Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
I imagine it would relate to Gaia somehow. I don't remember, but...
Locked. Maybe my focus can help.
Let's see. Do I have to scan over here?
Looks like the door's wired to something over here.
Oh. Snafu.
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
Director of Security Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with our state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary lambent orbicular door access. So here's the SLOW version again. The slow version. The thingy in the middle is the source node. Turn it on. Yeah, I know, hard. Right. Then you've got to turn the other node so that the data stream containing your credentials gets back to the source. Some nodes are used to buffer, corrupt, or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough, because you know, they're red. Like a stop sign, I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but this crowd, who knows? Man, this guy's kind of a jerk, isn't he? Anyway, that's it. Get the data stream back to the source, and the door's open. It's really not that tough, but if you need me to, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not going to touch your hand. Dang, dude. Take a chill pill.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door. So that did something.
I know
What am I supposed to do with these lights?
I know the compelling side to kind of feel that way, but like you gotta realize not everybody's on the same level that you are, right?
These things turn, changing the flow of light.
I shouldn't say they're the same level. They're not in the same mind. They're not in the same mindset that you're in. So, you know, cut them some slack. Let's see. I need to. Actually, can I turn the middle one? No, I can't. Okay. I might. Oh, I meant to go the other way.
All right. Let's see if the door's open.
Okay. I am invincible. Minus the liquid nitrogen. Which would be really ironic here, wouldn't it? So I was kind of under the impression that this part of the world was somewhere around Montana, maybe? I can't remember why. I think there's something I found here when I first played it to make me think that. And I know this is kind of a fictitious rendition of our world, but that was my thought. Oh, that's it. I was expecting the door there. I was like, that didn't go the way I thought it would. Okay, which way are we going? Oh, am I on the wrong side?
Fresh air ahead.
I do like the new puzzles. They're kind of fun.
Out again. Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there. Looks like I need to get to those stairs. Not much higher to climb. Ourea must be close. She has to be in here somewhere.
Alright, stage 2 complete. All staff, or attention all staff. 2 YNPF, all... First stage of main facility complete. It's with pride that I announce the completion of our first level of infrastructure on our primary facility. This compound will be the nerve center for our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. But even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out of the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me in CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director. My God, guy accidentally throwing in some Obama pauses there. Sorry. Of course, in my case, because my mind's just not thinking that quick. Did I read that correctly?
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
This one's bigger, but I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Mm-hmm. Okay, security measures. Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installed lambent orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team, to access the system, activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the other node to direct the data stream with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes. They're used to isolate any corrupt or suspect data. I'm sure someday you'll thank Blevins for making our work so very, very secure, Kenny. That sounds like management talk if you ask me. Alright, so let's see. How do I start this one? That's the trick. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. I mean, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? There you are. So I don't think I can... Yeah, okay. I want to say... Well, I'll just try to follow it, I guess. I don't think this is the right way. There we go. Now, do we direct that way or that way? Not sure I'm seeing the benefit in this as security. It seems like an awful lot of work to get through a door. Did I do that right?
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Ourea? Ourea, I need you.
Unauthorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Ourea, the daemon is forcing me. Ourea, please.
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back.
Her voice sounds really familiar.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a... revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
If I remember, I do like Ourea.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. Wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was... hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here. In this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit?
Yes. Inside Thunder's drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe. And she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Ourea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's drum. The last time... She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something... evil. She named it the daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again, until today.
5 years.
What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help?
I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Werak of great hunters to defeat the daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, you and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes. But I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
Yeah.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Ha! There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Huh. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sekuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
I think I already have one of these. Okay. Let's see if we can... For the whack. Let's see if we can find anything else. Figure anything else out from her. And I think this is probably going to be a good place to stop at that point.
Aloy.
I did something that will help get the attention of the Werak. I got the Tallneck near the Frostfigures moving again.
That's good to hear. I'm sure the Werak will be talking. Now, you need to do something else to convince them of your claim.
How's Aratak gonna react to being challenged by an Outlander?
About as well as you'd expect. But let me handle that.
Winning at the hunting grounds will impress the Werak?
All Banuk strive to be the best. For our harsh lands will bury pretenders in the ice. And so the hunting grounds and the snow chance is a great boon. A place to hone our spears and sharpen our aim. Tell Lovuk, the keeper there, that I sent you. If you best the mark of one of the champions she trained, it will impress the Werak indeed.
If I remember, the hunting grounds here were pretty freaking hard. That was the main reason I ended up dropping difficulty in my first playthrough when I was trying to get all the items. It was just too hard to do. It was one of the only ones I can pull off on like regular difficulty. I hope I don't have to do all of these because I have a feeling that's going to be impossible.
You said I should try to help the Werak by taking out bandits.
Yes. They don't dare taunt the great Weraks of Van-Or to the north. But the cut is easier prey. A rogue Oseram has equipped a gang in the Plumelands with strange new gear. Just the kind of thing you seem to make sense of.
Huh. Sekuli, I do not remember.
You mentioned your friend, Sekuli. Who is she?
A rock painter. One who makes my own scrawling seem meager. Find her in Song's Edge and help her gather the materials she needs. Her work will no doubt stand the test of time, and any aid you give her will be remembered.
I need to get going.
There is much to be done.
Alright. Let's see. Shall we... Let's make our way outside, I guess. See how we get out of here. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, I assume I can't just climb back up here very easily. Alright. So I think what I'll do is I'll make my travel back towards Actually, I should probably figure out what I want to do next. Make my way towards that location. Well, I could go towards number 1 to get rid of the bandits first. But if I remember, Sukulis is more of like a...
Not built for mountain climbing.
No, not exactly. Ironically, it's a bighorn. And I think they're usually pretty good at that. That is where they're found. Alright, so I think this would be a good time to recap kind of what we've been doing here. Let me figure this out here first. So we went to the cut from back in the plane, and that's what led us to this location, which is where the Banuk are from. We saw when we got here that there's some kind of smoke being released in this area. It almost looks like a volcano, and that we've basically been kind of learning about. Ooh, that's not good. What is that? That's a Scorcher. Let's get away from that. We've kind of learning about the Banuk a little bit, about what's been going on here, and we are really close to the hunting grounds. I don't really want to do the hunting grounds, though. I'm gonna see if I can get away with not doing that. So, apparently there was some major battle that went on between them and this daemon that they've been talking about.
All right, plant your feet. Steady.
So when Artok is the chieftain of the Ourea, and I'm going to have trouble remembering names now. So Artok's the chieftain, we got Ourea is the shaman. And basically, I'm going to go towards 3. We can do the bandit camp later. Ourea is the shaman, and so Artok's more of like the kind of war leader, is what it sounds like, whereas the shaman is more of like the more spiritual leader here. And it's like, they said the Banuk work in Werex, which is more like it's not really like exactly like a tribe in terms of the way we are. You're kind of born into the tribe. If you're like Nora, for instance. But if you're, we're following Freak, right? Oh, ew. If you're not born into the Wereck like you are to like the Nora tribe. You're essentially tested into it, kind of. So it's more of a skill type thing. You have to prove your worth, so to speak. And so it's a little different than your typical, your Nora tribe type situation. And I made the comment, the thing I really like about the Banuk that I find to be really interesting is the way they dress, and comparative to everybody else we've seen. They have the really colorful like paintings that they do, the really colorful clothing I think is really cool. The cables through the skin, like I said, is a little weird, but I think it's also pretty cool. And then you also have the the machine headdresses and stuff, which I think would be kind of cool if you could get. I don't remember if they come with your outfits, but I have the helmet stuff turned off on mine, so you can't see Aloy's headgear. And then they also seem to be really attached to the idea of music, which to me is adds a really good touch of like, everything about the tribes in these games is really good touch of realism in the way we are as a species, the humans. And I think this one hits home too with the music side of things, because I feel like that's what is that? Is that a rock breaker? Tell me that's not a rock breaker. To me, it kind of hits home on the side, because that's a big thing for for humans. Music.
No good. It's not going to even notice me attacking it.
I don't want to attack anything. Oh. What's that sound? Oh! No, 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 no. No, no. Okay. Oops, sorry, people. Sorry. And so that's kind of some of the stuff that we kind of picked up about them. So apparently Aratak and Ourea have been kind of at odds, because what happened is they sent their best warriors to this place. I can't think what they're calling it now, but basically where this spirit is. And to me, the spirit seems very similar to almost to Gaia, from what we've seen about Gaia, like before it was destroyed. And so I'm kind of thinking on the lines that that's going to be a little bit more like Gaia. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm assuming it's an artificial intelligence of sorts. Because it didn't sound like it wanted to do its job. Like it was, whatever its job is, the daemon seemed to be trying to force it into doing something. But like it didn't want to relate control to the daemon. And so, let's see, which way am I going? Am I going the right way? Now I am. But so when they were trying to get back to it, the daemon had like basically sealed it off, released a bunch of machines. I don't. Maybe this is related to the derangement when they start getting the new, more aggressive machines, which was a result of, I believe, Hades sending that virus to Gaia before Gaia shut down. And so that I think is kind of interesting, this whole artificial intelligence situation here. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. It's been a while since I played this, so I'm forgetting a lot, I'm sure. But basically most of their people were killed. The chieftain Aratak had them retreat, but everybody had basically been destroyed at that point. And so they're kind of weak standing at this stage, which is probably one of the reasons she said go for the bandit camp. If you can stop the bandit camp, that's probably going to help impress people. Which is what she wants us to do, is to kind of build some reputation here. But that's, and that kind of put the two of them at odds a bit. He's not really agreeing. He's the one who's kind of controls whether we can go certain places or not. I'm not really sure that Aloy would necessarily fall in line with something like that. But I guess being the new person here, maybe that's why she's kind of going along with this. Because she just said Aratak would let us go, and I'm just like, well, that's not really Aloy's style to just bow to anybody. I'm gonna go talk to Sakuli while we're here. And so, basically what she was saying is, why don't, build some reputation and basically challenge him to take over as the chieftain, which of course Aloy doesn't want to do, but she just wants to help out. Because that's just the way Aloy is. And of course Aloy is always looking for information.
Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
Yeah, that's what makes them interesting. They're very artistic people, and I really think that's cool. So, that's what we're trying to do, essentially, right now. So we're trying to build some reputation so that we can face him, and if we become chieftain, essentially what that will do for us is it will give us the opportunity to make decisions here and call the shots, and, maybe even get him to work with us, I would say, but while we're here...
I'll give this to the Osram. Whatever they do with passion.
Let us see what this is. I want to talk to Sakuli before I close out. Officially.
That place
Who are you?
disturbs me.
You're not the... Oh, that is Bergrand.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. and I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about two things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these three. Just two youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these three?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel. It's not a happy story, whatever it is.
Maybe they're part of a different work or something. Or they're abandoning the work.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seems pretty sus, if you ask me.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A Scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snapmaw fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Okay. You know what?
We will not bow.
Alright, so
As the snow in the cut.
let's talk to Kuli before we close out officially. So Kuli's the artist then. Is that?
Ah, there she is. There's my other set of hands. How's your metal cooling,
My, metal is cooling pretty well, Gildan. And yours?
Oh, you know, nothing comes out of the forge perfect. Come, sit. I've got an old Delvin story that'll turn that red hair white.
Hold that thought, Gildan. Another time, okay?
Anytime you like.
I like Gildan. He seems like a cool guy.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she.
I do believe Kuli is up here. I do believe this is just a fetch quest. But
Bandits cower at Stone Yield because they are too afraid to face the Banuk directly.
What does the Outlander want? I'm looking for Skuli.
You found her. Come, come. Let's get it over with.
oh, okay. I was like, who am I talking to? oh.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Ourea said you could help me get the Werak's attention.
Ourea works in strange ways. But I've drunk paint to survive in a blizzard, so I'm one to talk. I'll get you noticed, if you bring me the pigments I need to complete my work.
Ourea said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Ourea understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their Werak.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
What's that? Fall to my death? Fall to life! Okay.
Welcome. These lands belong to all who are able to survive.
Remember, Banukai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still celebration. Small. It was she who led us through the frozen. And the only sound was the wind ripping up the snow.
Alright, so that's where we will close out. So I did kind of a more collective recap on the main story here, but just to kind of give a summarized version of that. We made our way to the cut into the Banuk lands, got some history on them. We were looking for a person named Ourea, which we found here at the end, and on our way to meet her, we came across a lot of new things here in the Frozen Wilds. One thing is that we have some new machines, a couple new machines we've run across, the Scorcher, and I can't think of the other one's name offhand now. Basically, the Scorcher to me looked like it might be some kind of cat or doggo type machine, and then the other one is a bear. And then we found another new machine, which is a control tower that not only disables my armor, but makes other machines around it more powerful and helps repair them and more aggressive. So lots of fun there. We met a few new characters here along the way. We met who did we meet? There was Gildan that we met, who was trying to find some treasure at this basically this flooded facility that he accidentally flooded. So we helped him drain the facility and get rid of the water there. And we were actually helping another person. I can't think of her name. She was basically using the pipes at the place to kind of as like a drum, because as I pointed out earlier, the Banuk are very into music. And so we helped Gildan and helped her at the same time by getting rid of the floodwaters, and which is kind of cool. I don't know what the facility really was. To me, I was thinking it was probably some kind of dam or something like that, based on the way it was designed. I didn't see any turbines though, so I don't think it was like a hydroelectric dam, but we met Bergrand, I think his name was. So Gildan and Bergrand are both Oseram. And Bergrand is basically just a trader who's trying to make money here, and he seems a bit shifty, especially in the way Aloy talks to him. But I kind of like his voice actor a lot, and I kind of like his character. I think the two Oseram guys here are kind of cool. We met Aratak, the chieftain of the Banuk. So there's the chieftain, and the Banuk have the Wereks, which is kind of like a tribe that you have to be like brought into based on skill. You have to be able to, prove yourself to become part of a Werek. And they have a chieftain that leads them for the more like physical side of things and who kind of makes the more final decisions. And then they have the shamans who do more of the spiritualistic side. And because the Banuk obviously dress more like, they're very artistic people. I brought that up with their clothing, but they're also, unlike the Nora, they're much more about the machines. And they keep referring to the blue light of the machines like it's a spirit or something. And so we met him. He was the chieftain. Then we made our way to the north to meet Ourea. We had to go through this kind of pathway to get up there to this kind of old bunker, very similar to what we've fallen into before, which is where we met the second of our new physical machines, not including the towers, which I think the towers are actually kind of cool and actually the more formidable in a way if you think about it. But definitely these machines are a lot more aggressive, and so we had to make our way past them up to the cliffs. Like I said, we kind of found the location, the dam location. We released a Tallneck from the snow by putting it back together. We did a lot of kind of little stuff there. And then when we met Ourea, she was trying to talk to a voice. We did some kind of puzzle solving and got the voice to speak to us. And so there's the spirit that she's been talking to. And she said this has been going on for, she's known the spirit for a while. She said something like 5 years back when the Red Raids were still going on, where she got cut off from talking to it. And it's been kind of walled off by something they call the daemon, which is something else we got to hear. And then we got the kind of story that, when they came back from the claim, I think it's called, the claim, back where the Sundom is, after the Red Raids and all that they were not able to get back to this location. I can't think of what it was called. It's kind of a spiritual location for them, which is where the spirit is supposed to be located, I think. And it's been walled off by this daemon, and basically it's like kind of reinforced its defenses with aggressive machines. And so our goal is to kind of help reconnect her with the spirit by stopping this daemon, but we can't get to that location without Aratak's say-so, because he's the one who's in control. And so what we're trying to do now, and what we're going to be trying to do going forward, is basically earning the respect of these people so that we can challenge him and become the new chieftain, even though that's not what Aloy wants. She just wants to help here and kind of figure out what this is. That's what we're going to do this. So we're going to basically be facing off against him soon. And we have a few tasks we have to complete to kind of build some reputation with the Banuk before we can do this. So that's what we're trying to do. And so kind of getting back here to, I can't think of the name of the place, this location that we're at, it's kind of like a bridge between this place and the claim, the Frozen Wilds and the claim. But it's where a bunch of the Banuk are. To challenge Aratak, we basically have to build some reputation. And so we're going to help, I can't think of her name now, the one we were just talking to, the artist. We're trying to help get pigments for her. There's a bandit camp up here I don't know if they said they were Karja bandit camp, that we have to take out to get some reputation. We have to do some trial at the Hunter's Ground up here, so apparently they are probably quite separate from the Hunter's Lodge, I imagine, being this far north and this far, not just northeast, and over the mountains, but we have that to do, and between those three things, that should help. We also, because we restored the Tallneck already, she said that will help get us some reputation as well. I don't know why they would want the Tallneck active, like if the Banuk used them for something, but I don't really see why they would want the Tallneck, but it is what it is. So let's see, what else did we do? I think that was about it. So just a few comments that I was going to kind of make, as an extension of that is, you know, this spirit to me reminded me a lot of Gaia, and that's what I'm kind of thinking this might be an analog to. I can't remember, honestly. It's been so long since I played this, so this is me really hypothesizing at this point, and that the daemon might be some kind of an association of a function similar to like Hades. That's the kind of way it's playing off, because it is definitely like, it looks like it's the same thing as like the corruption from Hades, the kind of red ribbon thing going on, except now it's purple. And so those are considered, what do they call them? Demonized machines or something like that. When I first saw it, I wanted to say demon, but I was like, day makes more sense with the way it's spelled, but I thought for sure that's what they were going for. And I was like, maybe they just didn't want to say demonized or something, but... so those are kind of the couple thoughts I had on those, is kind of like the analog there. So I have a feeling that this is going to be an artificial intelligence based on the fact that it could speak, and it sounded like it was stepping out of its protocol a bit, and this daemon was trying to isolate it back towards its primary function. So I'm going to guess that this is probably a subset of one of Gaia's like subordinate functions. So maybe Gaia wasn't the only artificial intelligence. Maybe the other functions were as well, which would then confirm that Hades possibly could have been. Because I said in when we were closing out the main story that I think Hades seems more like a machine executing a function rather than artificial intelligence. But I said I could be wrong, of course. I'm not sure on that. So maybe this is going to kind of confirm that. Again, it's been a while since I played this, so I don't really remember that well. So I think that's the main thing I kind of took out of that. And I talked earlier about how I felt about the Banooks. I think they're a really cool tribe in this story. I like the artistic side to them, and I like the fact that they use the machines for their dress wear. So really cool DLC, I think, in a lot of ways. And location-wise, I am kind of hypothesizing that we are Montana, because I do believe I found something that suggested Montana. So I'm guessing that's what the location is meant to model after as to where we are. Because there's a lot of locations down south. I was thinking more Colorado, but you know, it's not a perfect identifier to the United States, but they kind of imply a lot of locations in the United States. So I'm not sure on that, but I think I picked up something in the past when I first played this that made me think that this was Montana area. But anyways, so it's been kind of a quiet night. I'm not really sure why, because this series is getting a lot of attention up to now, but it's been kind of a quiet night. There have been a few people that have dropped in. I know Sacred's sick, so that's why he's not here. But so thanks for joining, Firebird, and whoever else may have been here, for if you were here at all. I don't really know. We'll pick up this on, it's Wednesday, so we'll pick up this on Saturday and see where we go from here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do everything in one stream or not. If we are, then, you know, go me. But we'll see how, you know, how much longer this takes. I'll probably be doing all the building the reputation, kind of see where that goes from there, because I think we're still going to have to then face off against Aratak, and I know we're going to have to go to that. It's the name's fading in my mind. This location that's being defended by the daemon, but I don't remember how long that took. So, you know, whether or not we're going to be able to do the rest of this in one stream or not is kind of up in the air for me at this point. So we'll just kind of see how that plays out on Saturday. But again, thank you for joining me. We'll pick this up later, and I will see you all later.